Have you ever been called codependent because you stay in a hard relationship?
You know you're codependent, right? Get a grip. Just leave him already.
That word has been misplaced onto Cassandra Sisters, women who struggle with Cassandra syndrome, and it causes more harm than good. My name is Diana. My channel is about Cassandra syndrome, and this 5-part series is going to unpack codependency. Quick note, I'm not a doctor or therapist. Everything I share here comes from lived experience and years of learning. I have deep respect for the autistic community and for anyone genuinely working through codependency recovery. This series is about mislabels, not dismissing real challenges. In this series, I will walk through 5 conversations. Number 1, what codependency actually is and where the word came from. 2, why the label gets misapplied to Cassandra's and how harmful that is. 3, the big comparison, classic codependency traits versus the Cassandra experience. Why the difference matters. Number 4, because the wrong label leads to the wrong healing path. And 5, finally, redefining yourself beyond the label, seeing yourself as resilient, compassionate, and courageous, not broken. This isn't about putting Cassandra's into another box. It's about freeing you from the wrong one. You'll walk away with clarity, language, and hope, plus a reframe that lets you see your strengths instead of just survival strategies. If you've ever been mislabeled, misunderstood, misdiagnosed, this series is for you. And if you know another Cassandra sister, share it with her so she feels she's not alone. Hit that subscribe button, give a like, join the conversation, and let's reclaim our truth together. All right, let's dive into part 1. If you've ever walked away from a conversation feeling, am I broken? Is something wrong with me? Is it my fault? This video is for you. The word codependent didn't just pop out of nowhere. It came from the 1970s addiction recovery movement. Back then, the spouse or partner of the alcoholic was labeled a co-alcoholic. They weren't drinking, but they were seen as being hooked into the cycle of the addiction. Over time, that word morphed into codependent, meaning someone who depended emotionally on another person's dysfunction. Sometimes we're called codependent because the person you've talked to hasn't really listened, and it's kind of this blanket statement. The clinical definition usually goes something like this. You put someone else's needs first, even to your own detriment. You get your self-worth from rescuing or fixing. You lose touch with your own needs and identity. You may even try to control the situation to keep the relationship going. On paper, it sounds simple. In real life, it's messy, and this is where Cassandra's often get misdiagnosed. Codependency versus being human. Codependency versus being human. First of all, you want reciprocity. You want closeness. You want to feel connected. So when you're reminding your family and you're doing everything to make sure the birthday happens, make sure the holidays get done, you have to do everything because your partner's unable to step up. That's not codependency. That's not trying to fix a problem. It's just keeping your life as happy as it can be. It's not codependency, it's stepping up where your partner is absent. Why this definition gets murky is the word codependency is slapped on any relationship that is difficult or messy. It becomes a one-size-fits-all label. If you're staying, if you're struggling, boom, you're codependent. But for Cassandras, that label hides a deeper truth. We're starving for emotional needs and reciprocity. We're not addicted to dysfunction. We're responding to neglect and deprivation. So what does this mean for Cassandras when you're in an ASD relationship and people say to you, why do you stay? Especially with comorbid traits, narcissistic traits. Why do you stay? You're codependent. But okay, pause. Staying is not pathology. Staying is because maybe you love deeply. Staying is because you hope things will get better. You stay for the kids. You stay for financial reasons. You stay because you don't know the language. This doesn't make us broken. It makes us human. So when you look back, if you've left, did you stay because of the dysfunction? Or did you stay because you didn't have the tools? You didn't have the understanding? I want to separate fact from fiction. When you listen to this full series, you will see codependency in a whole different way, in a different lens, especially for Cassandra Sisters, and how it's been misused, misunderstood for so long. So I'll share more of my personal story in the next video. I'll tell you, my first introduction to codependency was on a video with someone who was helping neurodiverse relationships. And I'll just say, it got me going. It got me digging in further in what I needed to learn about codependency. So that's the foundation of codependency, the definition and where it came from. In my next video, I will talk about the displacement of codependency put onto Cassandra Sisters when we're already struggling in a very difficult and profound relationship. So you will like this next video if you want to hear about how it's misplaced. Give a subscribe and a like, join the conversation. I'll see you in the next one.